Hi, it's time for Street Talk, your voice and your views on the issues in the news. The violent political atmosphere in Pakistan has led to elections being postponed until February the 18th. President Pervez Musharraf had scheduled a date of January the 8th, but the Election Commission decided on the delay due to rioting in many districts across the country. The late Benazir Bhutto's party, the PPP, condemned the postponement, saying it was the government's attempt to keep the opposition party from gaining sympathy votes following their leader's assassination. Diana in Pennsylvania agrees with the decision to delay. The opposition party, PPP, should have the time and the right to bring forth another candidate. The election should be postponed out of dignity for Bhutto and the people. On the other hand, Bob, also writing to us from the USA, believed plans shouldn't have changed. The country should, for the good of the people, hold the elections as planned and not delay them. Pakistan can be saved, but not by the current government. Robert in the US has a few harsh words for the country. I think it is shameful that Pakistan has allowed itself to fail so completely at democracy, while India has largely succeeded. Pakistan has had tremendous difficulty being more than a contentious collection of tribes. Now to our Street Talk segment, Punchlines, where we look at some of the best cartoons from around the world. Matt Wuerker is with us for that. He's the editorial cartoonist with the DC-based Politico.com, and this is what we had a look at. Matt, the subject is smoking on this one. It's good to talk with you about that.
Yeah, this is an example of cartoons that deal with sort of serious issues in serious ways. Not all cartoons necessarily, I think, are funny. And the first cartoon we have is by, his pen name is Aislinn Terry Mosier from Montreal, and he simplifies it down to this somewhat disturbing visual image that, like a lot of good cartoons, may be, you know, somehow take root in your brain, and next time you look at a cigarette, this cartoon may appear.
It's got the skull on the tip of it.
Yeah.
Now the next one, it's about how people are finding it harder and harder to find places to smoke, not inside the building.
Especially in the United States. There's lots of laws. It started on the West Coast. It's now going everywhere. And before they were banning it in interior spaces, restaurants. In Washington, D.C., you can't smoke in a bar anymore. And now there are places outside where you can't smoke. So this is playing along with that irony. Here we have, on the health benefits side, I walk 3 hours a day looking for somewhere to light up.
So you can see all the smoke-free zones there. Vince O'Farrell, that is, one of Australia's
yes, a great Australian cartoonist.
Right. The third one is actually also interesting. This one's from Bulgaria.
The last smoker on Earth. I mean, you know, once they ban smoking from outside, where you're going to go. So this is, I love the drawing on this.
Yes, Christo Komanitsky, who works for the Siga newspaper. And of course, the poor guy's extended all the way out into space and smoking in a small capsule.
He's not going to give it up, no matter what.
And you know, the funny thing is, I sort of imagine cartoonists traditionally with a cigarette hanging out sketching.
There's still a few. There's still a few. I know some.
But they don't have many places to smoke.
No. You have to, in this time of year, you're out in the cold working, and your hands get cold. Yeah.
Matt, thank you very much.
Thanks, Riz. And
of course, you can see his work at Politico.com. Now, if winter weather isn't cold enough for you, try jumping into water with sub-zero temperatures. In the Netherlands, thousands of divers took part in the annual New Year's dive, plunging into the sub-zero temperatures of the North Sea. The dive is thought to be a good way to cure any New Year's celebration hangovers. Around 10,000 people took part in the sobering festivities. That's it until next time. Do keep sending in your questions and comments and point us to anything interesting or amusing for Street Talk. Remember, what you see here isn't necessarily the view of Al Jazeera, and some of the content's been edited, but for time and space reasons only. And that's the talk on the street.